Welcome back anime lovers, to the last episode of Re-Monster, but in the previous episode we saw that Gobru's another girlfriend got pregnant this time and gave birth to his child safely, so seeing them Dami was super upset that she couldn't get pregnant even after making love so many times, and neither could she become more stronger to be helpful to Gobru. So Gobru said he doesn't care about those things as he loves her from his heart, but this really stings. Then one day when he was sleeping with his two girlfriends again, he saw his own death when he tried to contact Gubkichi. So Gobru and his group goes over to meet Gubkichi to discuss this, and he said he was fighting with a dungeon boss who mimics opponent's rival, so there's nothing to worry about. So after confirming that, Gobru once again continued his journey and brought Princess Ruby safely to the capital. City was really developed thoroughly to be called the royal capital, and then Ruby quickly brought all of them to her personal castle. It was named Umberk, and there are many castles like this in the city. And for safely escorting her here, Ruby thanked Gobru and said they could rest for the night here. So they took a tour and had dinner later, but all the mothers had trouble sleeping in such a luxurious room with such comfy and spacious bed. They are not used to it since they always slept, let's say a cranky bed, yet Gobru had a good night's sleep because he again slept with Dami in the red hair one. Then in the morning Ruby gives Gobru his payment along with a ticket to enter the capital at any time. But how could she believe him that easily? They just met a month ago. So Ruby had observed Gobru closely in this journey, and she knew Gobru is a type to analyze before making any move and wouldn't misuse it to make the kingdom his enemy. So Gobru realized the bit-sized princess who acts childish is actually a cunning little devil with a strategic mind. Anyways, after this, it was time for them to return home, but Princess was unable to see them off. But Gobru had already said his goodbye and had planted his clones all over the capital to constantly receive the news of the city, so with it, he leaves the capital to return home. But on their journey, 2 days went by and Dami was still upset over that thing. So Gobru realized it and asked what level she's at. So Dami said she's at level 89, and Gobru told her again that he would never leave her behind, and to make her smile again, he promised to train her. So Dami accepted his help and Gobru immediately stopped the carriage to train Dami. For that, Gobru summoned many types of giants for this, and Dami then sets off to fight wholeheartedly. Then after a while she managed to beat all giants, ogres, and orcs that he summoned, and still she wanted to continue, but Gobru said it's enough for today, and suddenly Dami fell unconscious, and while Gobru was bringing her back to camp, even he felt dizzy. So Spinel said Gobru is experiencing mana depletion. He has so much mana so he has never experienced it before, so she warned him to be mindful of this from now on. After that, they had their dinner, and while Gobru again slept with these two, this time Dami got the system's call which showed she's leveled up to evolve. So the next day Dami wakes up Gobru to show him she's evolved. She evolved into a vampire variant and got a true name which she tells Gobru, and now Dami considers herself to be Gobru's official wife. So Gobru got happy that finally Dami is happy again. And then the next day, our group entered the forest and felt like even after seeing and experiencing royal treatment, there is no place like home, even if it's just a dark cave. But when they arrived, they saw the dark cave has turned into a luxurious cave. So before this lot arrived, others arrived and did a little bit of makeover to the home to give a big surprise to Gobru. Furthermore, they expanded their farmlands, and their dryad appears to meet Gobru. Apparently, she has evolved as well. So Gobru then visits a new ranch to see his pets, and then he discovers that a new race has become a residence here. Cat race that is skilled at handiwork. But their Seiji comes in panic because old man Gobiji is in the hospital because he has less time now. So Gobru showed him his family and his children's. So Gobiji was happy that the little Gobru he knew has grown up now, and since on that topic, Gobru said he's an apostle lord now, so he gave a new name to himself, and others have evolved too, so he had given a new name to them as well. But Gobiji said their new name isn't that special, but that's a much better name that Gobiji had given them. So hearing this news, Gobiji happily left the world, so everyone gave him a proper funeral. Their Gobru thought Gobiji lived for 20 years, so he don't know how long he'd get to leave, but one thing was certain, he'd make his life worthwhile, and for that, he planned a tournament to send Gobiji off in style. The rules are simple, no weapons to avoid casualties, and if someone is killed, the killer will face harsh punishment, so everyone pairs up with their rivals to play out. But the most heated fight was in the main area with Gobru and Gubkichi, but even this time Gobru won and secured the first place, and then the number goes following down. But Gobru was happy to have this family, but then, while he was with Dami and Red Hair at night, Ruby called him out and told him to come over to the capital. She's planning to hire him again, and the more people knows about Gobru, the more will he benefit, and to add extra Ruby added some more sweet deal, which Gobru couldn't refuse, so he prepared his all mercenaries to move out to the capital. And our anime ends right there, but if you haven't watched previous episodes, then I have made a playlists where you could watch all the episodes, link is in the description. So check out the previous episodes to understand the storyline. Till then, take care.